Good morning, YouTube channel. Remember, this is a non-judge free zone. This is what I look like in the morning without getting ready. I'm trying out my lighting in here. Looks like it's a little better. My camera work, trying to get this easier to film with. I'm going to be getting ready for brunch, but I decided to talk to you guys about something not makeup or candle related. And that is a hysterectomy that I had back in January 31st. Today is April 8th, so February, March. Figured just a little over 2 months then. How that process is going. I get a lot of questions from people that know me in my personal life about, how it's affected certain aspects, what the scarring looks like, what the heal time was really like, and everything. So, just a disclaimer, this is my experience with it. Everybody's body is different, and I'm sure that if this is something you have to consider in your life at some point, your doctor will go over what's best for you. So I will just give you the facts of where I am and where I started and how it's gone for me. So now getting to that. So January 31st, I'm about 5'2". I weighed about 160 pounds, pretty much. Why I had it. Since I had my daughter, who's going to be 2 in July, I had a lot of breakthrough bleeding in between my periods, but like hemorrhaging bad. Like, I'm talking like clothes and shoes that were unsalvageable for just no real reason. So since it's something that we couldn't control, this is just what she decided was the best option. So that's the why. So fast forwarding into the surgery, it's a overnight hospital stay, which for moms is a freaking vacation, because you stay in bed. Every once in a while they bother you to make sure you can get up and go to the bathroom, but then they bring you all the food service and you get to relax and watch whatever the hell you want on TV and don't have any kids climbing all over you and interrupting your quiet time. Shh, we'll keep that between us. Okay, now fast forwarding to the heal time after that. I would say the pain factor was pretty close to, let me close this door because the kids are downstairs. Pain factor was pretty close to having like a hysterectomy, or not of course a C-section. The same kind of like my guts were moved around, feeling obviously, but there was 3 incisions made, and I don't know if I can get this stool over here. I'm kind of short, obviously. I'm going to stand back here. Okay, so we have 1, 2, and then the third one was right here. They actually went into an old piercing of mine. They are, I would say, about the size of my pinky's fingerprint. I thought they weren't going to be as bad. I honestly think they're terrible. I mean, they could be worse. They close the incisions with like a glue substance. Like, pretty much if you took hot glue and put it on your skin and it forms like a little shell on your skin and then you peel it off, it's almost the same exact thing. The left one that I had, I was actually adjusting my pant belt a couple weeks into it and nicked it by mistake with my fingernail, and it popped off and I freaked out because it just didn't look like it was ready to start scabbing up on its own, but they acted like it wasn't a big deal. I mean, I feel like stitches would have been better. I don't know why they don't go that route. That whole glue thing, I think it was terrible, and I think it made for terrible scars. Maybe I'm just still bruised a lot, but I mean, if you can see, just like this one, it's obviously a circle that was punched out, and it's dark. So as women, we judge ourselves harder than everybody else does. All right, so more into the juicy stuff that you guys want to know. It's recommended you wait 6 weeks before having sex. Did I wait the full 6 weeks? No. Will strongly recommend though, this is the route I took. I would recommend you doing this. Again, I'm not a doctor. I only played one in the Army for a few years. Do yourself in your own privacy. Like, try to take care of your own needs before inviting husband, boyfriend, whatever, girlfriend into bed with you, just so that you know where your limits are. You know, I tested the waters. I had bleeding afterwards. So then I knew, and a lot of like, almost like a bruising soreness. And I was very gentle with myself, obviously. And I knew that I wasn't ready, so I waited, you know, another couple weeks to try it again. So take the time your body needs. And just, like I said, do it with yourself first until you're comfortable enough to get someone else involved, and then let them know. Like, make sure you put those boundaries up right away. Like, you know, I just had the surgery, you know, try to take things slowly. This is what the other experience I can tell you after being with someone. You know, give yourself that chance to expand, to adjust to them being in there. If you don't, it'll literally feel like somebody's going to rip you from the insides. I don't have a nice way of saying that. You know, I had pretty much the full hysterectomy done, so they left the ovaries, but everything else was taken out. And then they close you off at the vaginal cuff and stitch it. And it's like not even like a nice little stitching. Like, if you put a finger in there, you can feel the line of stitches. So yeah, I mean, it's really, all that other stuff is gone. It's really weird. If you're someone who ever, you know, cleans yourself out, or you're more in tune with your body, you would understand. It's like, it's not your old vagina anymore. So it really is just like a cup, but with stitching at the end. There's really nothing else in there. So you have to give that time to, you know, for it to start expanding and getting used to it. If they don't understand that, like, we have to play a for real game of just the tip, you know, and work it up, you're gonna end up hurting yourself. And that shit does not feel okay the next day. So make sure that your partner knows that, and so on and so forth. You know, I did have a couple instances where I was like, okay, I can manage it, it's not that bad, and then boom, the next day I'm bleeding for a couple days. So it's not worth it. And that's sore, incredibly sore feeling. So just take it slow. I would say more recently, still feeling a little sore, you know, still try to go in too fast. Then I get that pain, that like reflex pain, like, oh my God, like something's gonna tear open in there. So even now, with this recommended 6 weeks past, I'm still not 100%. So, I mean, that's really all I have to say for now. If you guys have any other questions, you can feel free to comment them or message me, and I will get back to you. I'm not really sure where else to get you with that. As far as like post body, I'm pretty sure most of the swelling is down already, for those of you who are wondering. I did start working out about 4 weeks ago. There's still some stuff that I can't do that, you know, will start to hurt my abs more than I'm prepared for, but I do push my limits. So I am doing, you know, squats, push-ups, crunches, sit-ups, like all the routine stuff that I can do at home. I haven't hit a gym yet and gone like that crazy, but I'm okay with doing all that stuff and not having any adverse effects with like bleeding or anything. I'm down to 140 pounds and dropping, and I've lost a lot in weight size or width on my hips and everything. So it does get better, and everything will start to go into place. But besides that, I can't think of anything else. Like I said, comment, message me. You know, I know a lot of people have questions, and I don't really see too much stuff online about it. Like, people don't want to talk about their new vaginas or explain how everything's going for them. I'm more than open, you know, to help as much as I can. So let me know. Hopefully this video is useful to somebody, and you have a great day, and I'm gonna finish getting ready for brunch. All right, bye.